And we are live.
Deep in the depths of the planet Dux and the wild moon of Onderon, the party has defeated the most powerful foe that they've ever confronted. As Josmo strikes the final blow against the evil spirit of the ancient Onderon queen, Amanoa, severing the skull of the ancient skeleton. As the spirit dissipates, the party turns to see the fallen Jedi Master, Silas Crow, where he lays breathing raggedly with a large hole punched through his Orbalisk armor, piercing his stomach, where the evil spirit's force blade penetrated his, knocking him to the edge of death. The party has one chance to save him. Josmo rushes over to the fallen master and pours his own life force out through the give life power. Go ahead and make that as Silas's eyes flutter open for a moment.
Just roll the hit dice.
No, you can save it, but yeah, you've knock one of your hit dice off. The amount's not going to matter, but it will give you advantage on your throw, Silas. Silas awakens for a moment with the others standing over him.
Moment of truth.
Did we do it? I don't feel good. It's still here. It's still here.
Make that save with advantage.
Sorry. Save. 15 and 14.
Okay.
One success.
Save. We saved them.
So every single one of them.
Such a long way back.
To walk the road.
Drakasar, anybody want to attempt assistance? You can try a medical check to give him advantage on his next one.
Is that medicine?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll roll a medicine. 16.
There you go. You got it. As you inspect his wound, and you see that the Orbalisks where the strike landed are just shattered. Where you saw that that a lightsaber blade bounced off of them, the force of the blow from the Queen absolutely annihilated a few of them. And you see the flesh underneath appears much like Dahlia's when you saw the similar situation. It appears that there's infection and setting in from the Orbalisks already.
How does it look? How do I look?
Your face is fine. Your stomach? You got a giant hole in it.
I can't feel on the dog.
We need to get these Orbalisks off now.
I agree.
You can't. You can't.
We're going to.
You can't.
They're gonna kill you if we don't.
Czar.
I'm like reaching into my coat, into my robes, like fumbling on a small mass in there.
Roll. Advantage again. Because of SAR's brilliant medical assessment of you've got a giant hole in you.
I got a 6 and a 17.
Alright, that's 2 successes.
Czar. You have to give this to the boy.
And I'll produce the small teddy bear.
Stuffed animal that he picked up fallen from the hands of a child during the evacuation of ISIS during the initial battle.
I say no. We all are.
So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it. It's okay. It's okay.
I can't.
Drake, would you like to attempt a medical check? With your years of experience, you may have a bit more of an assessment than, hey bud, you got a giant hole in you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Jake. No, we cannot hear you.
Okay, keep talking, James.
Okay. Master, she's gone. She's gone. She can't hurt you anymore.
The darkness of this place.
We need to get him out of here now.
Don't let it corrupt
agree.
any of you. Promise.
Don't let it take you over.
Josmo.
Yes, Master Jedi?
Take care of Czar. Take care of him for
Regret-
me.
Joshua just kind of like looks at you kind of like solemnly and is like, if you do die here, I will look after the boy and watch out for him.
She's not going to.
We have to be practical here, though.
She's not going to. I'm not losing another master.
Fair
Lex
enough.
was traumatizing.
Fair enough.
Him? You know how hard this is gonna be if I lose him?
Besides, okay. Everybody passes into the Force. I'm no different.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Yep, we can hear you.
I rolled 15 for medicine.
That's it. That just barely meets it. Go ahead and roll that with advantage, James. Here it is, moment of truth. 2 up, 2 down.
Okay.
And I would grab Star.
It's okay. There's one thing I regret. The Jedi and Sith. They're not.
What?
They're not.
No.
To be fair, what's the roll, Trev?
Look what I rolled.
What's that roll, Trev?
Just rolled 2 natural 1s, dude.
No,
It's
no,
destiny.
No.
As the spirit leaves his body,
Eyes are just still
he
open.
slumps back.
As I'm looking into you, Sar, I'm like speaking, and then you just see like I kind of look past you, and then my eyes just glaze over, and I slump in your hands.
Damn.
Damn, dude. I got mad goosebumps right now. Fuck!
Dude.
Fucking 2 nat 1s, dude!
The fuck, dude?
What are the odds? Too
God.
bad you can't use lucky on death saving throws, eh?
Not so lucky. Oh my
Does anybody?
gosh.
Nobody has inspiration.
What do you
None of
do,
us have
Drake?
inspiration, do we?
What do you guys do? How do you react to this?
I just
I'm
look
curious.
down.
Sorry.
I smash the nearest wall with my fist.
Joshua just
I
kind of.
just
Sar grabs your lightsaber.
My eyes are still open too, by the way.
He shuts your eyes, grabs your lightsaber.
Joshua just kind of like looks like down at Master Crow's body and is like, well, I've seen too much of this damn place. Let's get out of here and back down to Onderon. And then he kind of like turns to he's turning
no.
over
I pick
to-
him up. I
Yeah, I
don't even
was
say
gonna
a word.
say.
I just pick him up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably pick him up. And
I already picked him up. Didn't even
Yeah.
say anything. I just picked him up after I smashed a wall with my fist, cracking it impressively. I just have
Walls
this
are
look
metal,
of
so you
sadness, rage.
Leave a dent.
Oh, okay, so they're metal. I thought we were in the stone part. Well, that's still impressive. I leave a
Yeah.
dent. I guess my knuckles are my knuckles bloodied, but I don't even say anything. You just see this look of hate, sadness, shame, regret as I pick up Silas Crow, and I just carry him.
Joshua kind of like walks over
I don't even say a
to
word.
Sar and is like, Sar, I'm sorry I couldn't save your master,
Fine.
but
They'll
I
pray.
promised your master that I would look after you. So
Look, I'm
Looks like
old
you'll be-
enough to take care of myself.
Joshua just kind of like gives you an empathetic look, pats you on the shoulder, and is like, "Come on, buddy, let's get out of here."
Damn.
And I
Party marches silently from the tomb of Freedon Nad,
Oh,
carrying the corpse of Jedi Master Silas Crow.
that is fucked.
May he forever rest. May he forever rest in the spirit of the Force.
Indeed.
sorry, guys.
It's okay, Master Crow.
I'm Luke. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Who's Crow? That's James. Crow's dead.
God damn.
Oh.
You exit the tomb.
As
you,
we wa-
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in the form of denial, I keep trying to call out for Crow, like telepathically, how we used to communicate a few times, to see if I hear anything. Obviously, the other two don't know what I'm doing, but I try and do it, like almost screaming his name in my head, loud, panicked, truly engrieved. Crow! Silas! Silas!
Silence.
As I just keep walking.
Damn.
As a single tear comes down my eye, mixing with the blood on my face from the battle, as I continue carrying him walking.
I kind of like have Sar kind of go ahead of me as I kind of like stop and pull out my comlink to try to make contact with Master Windu.
Communications are probably still blocked, and your little comlink probably won't even reach to Cora Coruscant. I need my ship.
You would need the ship comms too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they are not able to keep
Go that far, probably.
Okay, well,
have $114 on the card as cash.
that's my mom. Sorry about that. What was you saying?
Once you
Needing the
get
ship
back
for
to the
communication.
once we get back to the ship, you can absolutely.
Okay. Alrighty. So I just kind of
As we
like look. Yeah, I kind of like look back towards the area that we just came from. Kind of shake my head and just like despair and just kind of like continue walking.
so you slowly exit the tomb, walking in silence, each in your grief.
Mm-hmm.
You make it back to your ship with no problems. You do see one of the cultists that was spared from the slaughter by Master Crow's suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
See him watching from the edge of the tree line for a moment before turning and running into the trees.
Before he turns off and runs, I look at him and I mouth, I'm coming for you.
Osmer just like kind of like looks down at Sar and is like, hatred is not the way of the Jedi. I'm sure your master taught you well to remember that.
He deserves to know, though.
At this moment, you're still carrying Silas, right?
Yes, I am.
You like he's kind of starting to fall a little bit, and his arms like hanging over his side, like lazily, and you kind of just like pick him back up. And when you do that, a small little journal falls to the floor.
I would like
Like
to
a
pick that up.
paper journal?
It would probably be like a notepad, actually, like it'd be digital in Star Wars, so it'd be digital.
There are still scrolls and stuff. Maybe Crow's old school. Interesting.
I go down to pick up the journal.
It's his rule book.
The rule book. Jocelyn just kind of looks at it for a minute, and then turns to Sar and is like, "Sar, I believe your master would want you to have it."
I grab
And
his
he hands,
notebook.
yeah.
There you go.
That would probably be like the best one right now.
I know, right? Trying to think.
You wanted to make a call to Coruscant?
Yes,
Trust me, you can do it.
I will do it. I pull out my comm link and I'm like, Master Windu, this is Josmo Modin. Can you hear me?
Commander Modin.
Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Which one would you prefer first?
I'm afraid I've had my fill of bad news. I could sure use some good news.
Well, the good news is that the crew and I have taken care of the Dark Queen of the moon. However, the bad news is that we lost Master Crow.
You see him look down as the hologram flickers. I see.
Yeah.
You have
I
abated the disaster that you described before.
Yes, we have evaded that completely. And I should be the one to apologize to you, Master Jedi. I tried to save them as best as I could, but...
You cannot blame yourself, Josmo. I'm sure you did the best you could. A worthy sacrifice from a wise Jedi.
Can we hear this? Can we hear and see him right now, the rest of us?
Yeah,
or is this just for Josmo
if you're,
and Windu?
Yeah, this would be in the, like at the holo table in the middle of the ship.
Yeah.
So he can see us?
Yep. I think so.
He can, okay. And I
Not terribly
at that moment,
clear
I
on
break
that,
my
but
silence?
Yes. Step forward and...
A worthy... Yeah, I after we I laid down Crow in a safe place, I finally speak up and Windu and make sure I was like, a worthy sacrifice? A worthy sacrifice? Everything he did was worthy. Your entire order was personified in that man. And you think a worthy sacrifice for the greater good? What we did was prevent an invasion from the moon to that planet. What was going to happen next would have ended the world. He stopped that, the ritual of that damned witch. Enough! And I push him off me just with one hand. I don't even break. I'd push you off. I'm looking right at Windu and I'm not even paying attention. He gave everything for this order. You knew there would have most likely been loss at this. You told us you were going to be our allies. You said you were going to come with us and help us. I understand the situation on the planet. Get away from me, boy.
Excuse me, you're on my ship. You do not
Everything,
talk to me like this.
And you don't talk to me like this. I'm not one of your little Padawans.
Josmo just kind of like says,
"It's Crow's ship. It was always Crow's ship. Enough of you, politician boy." As I look at you, Josmo, now you can just tell I'm flaring with rage. Windu knew, and I continue looking at Windu. You knew some of us were gonna die. I would have given everything. Every limb, every one of my organs, my own fucking soul to save him. A worthy sacrifice. No. He proved he was the best of all of you. And he died doing what was right.
He died to save us.
He wasn't.
Windu looks at you.
He saved.
Are you finished?
Rule 63. If it was meant to be, then it must be.
What's your reaction to hearing the rules?
Josmo just like kind of like...
I think we lost your audio again, Jake.
Indeed.
I can't hear you.
Are you pushing the button?
Yeah.
No.
Nope, nothing.
Damn. Left him speechless.
Yeah. I just turned to Sar and I'm like, it seems the boy has become the master now.
We'll wait a second for Jake. He was in the middle of a big moment.
Indeed.
I'm loving this roleplay.
Oh my gosh, you guys are going ham with it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Guys-
gonna take
yeah.
this dude.
Yeah, I mean, Drake has 6 hit points left. You could kill him right now.
Oh
Turned
my.
evil.
Drake, are you back?
I heard something.
You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why it keeps cutting me out. It's only
Sorry.
It's all good.
Windu looks at you and says, I understand your frustration with this loss. I understand that Master Crow meant a lot to you. Many Jedi have given their lives during this conflict, and just as each of them knows, Master Crow knew too, that every day of this conflict we risk our lives for the greater good of the people of the Republic.
For every
And you are correct. He saved a planet. So yes, I do believe. And I believe that Master Crow himself would. That this was a worthy sacrifice. For the greater good. He will be honored for all time in the halls of the Jedi.
Joshua just kind of like raises like a finger and is like, Master Windu. Did the supplies for the people of Onderon get to Onderon safely?
I'm afraid we're a bit busy handling the situation here on Coruscant. I personally don't have knowledge of the shipment you're speaking of.
I understand, Master.
What's happening on Coruscant?
We've managed to turn the tide of battle. A couple of our Jedi Knights have managed to rescue the Chancellor. It's still quite a mess here, though. We're going to be cleaning up for some time.
You need like more help? I think we're all willing to come and help. I might just have to keep Dragonstar away.
The Confederate forces are in
I
retreat.
speak up.
If you have anything you need to handle there, I would suggest you make it quick. We could use the assistance. There are still many droids on the surface, causing chaos.
We'll be there soon.
We'll finish our business here. We'll finish our business on Onderon.
Joshua,
And when we're finished here, we'll head to Coruscant right away.
Joshua just kind of like nods and then like salutes Master Windu.
I bow.
May the Force be with you, as he cuts out.
Be with you.
May the Force be with Crow. Forever and always.
Look, Dragonstar.
I call Claw Fung and I leave the room. I don't even say anything else. I just call Claw Fung and I leave the room.
What else do we have to do here, Dragonstar? It seems like it's already done. We saved the planet. We saved the moon. What else do we need
And
to do?
You know nothing! You know nothing of politics. We have to finish our business. The whole world was expecting an invasion from every single Drexel on this moon. Before we leave this moon, we need to find investigate if there's any risk of them still coming to the planet. The Queen is gone, but the beasts still live up here. Or did you forget we also have Callus to deal with and his reaction? On top of the fact that we have basically armies of the Beast Riders and the entire city expecting a war. We have to finish up. Crow would have wanted us to finish the job before running back to your precious little order to take orders like a good soldier. We finish the job here, then we go back. When we're finished on this world, we'll go help them. The sooner we do that, the sooner I can carve through every single droid that was ever laid foot on that planet. I gotta go find out. We have to go find out.
All of the Beast Knights. So there's that. We can go tell the Beast Tribe to spread the word that there's not going to be a whole invasion.
You keep forgetting the most important thing. We have an entire moon with Drexel hidden somewhere up here, and we have Callus to figure out what happens next.
Do you want to go kill Callus?
We saved his woman. We're gonna figure out what we have to do.
Then we can take control of the Beast Knights? What do you want to do here? Huh?
Keep up your attitude with me, boy. Keep up your attitude with me, boy.
You're on my ship. You talk to Mace Windu literally like you own him. This is not
I am
okay.
not.
You are on my ship. I will kick you
Oh,
off
this
if
is
I
not
want
okay.
to.
No, it's Crow's ship. This
No,
is
it's
Crow's
not.
ship.
I
It was
own
always
the
Crow's ship.
Crow's ship is at
Well,
the
guess
Beast
what?
Night hot thing. So,
And at that moment,
this
you
is
know
my
what?
ship.
Fine. Keep your precious ship. I'll find my own way back to the planet.
I'm not
You think I
kicking
need
you
you, boy?
off.
I survived a long life without you. I survived a long life without all of you.
But your life was better with us, wasn't it?
Clawfung. I speak in my own native tongue. Clawfung.
I tell
Let's go.
Clawfung to stay.
I walk away.
I tell Clawfung to stay because remember I have that telepathic link with him. I tell him to stay.
Are we gonna do this right
Yeah,
now?
well, guess what? I
we
actually
need to. Are you gonna fight over control of Clawfong?
Yes.
All right, roll them up.
I think
Animal
this is
control checks.
I'm staying out of it.
On it. On it.
Ooh, this is getting hot.
Oh my.
I'll wait for Drakenstar's roll.
What's your dice keep doing?
No, I said simultaneously.
Just leave it in one spot.
13.
I also got a 13.
Tie.
Clawfong looks at both of you and just lays down.
And I just say in my own language, bloody beast. I'm gonna go find Callus and figure out what the hell, where the rest of the frickin' Drexel are on this moon. Honestly, boy, whether this is your ship or not, do what you will. I'm going to finish the mission that your master gave us. As I start heading back to find Callus. I don't care. I really
You guys
don't.
flew here from the palace where Callus was at, so it's gonna be quite a walk if you
I'm not kicking you off.
choose to
I'm
walk.
not meaning for any of this.
Don't tell him it's gonna be a long walk. Say that.
It'll be a long walk, bud. So you can go and walk, or you can get on this ship. It's your choice. I'm gonna finish this mission quicker than you if you don't get on this ship. You have two options.
I just smile. It's like,
Carson and I walking,
and I look
or
at you.
get on this ship.
You better be careful, boy. That temperament of yours will be get the best of you one day. Somebody like me can make it work. You, on the other hand, your precious order. Ooh, it just doesn't apply so much the same.
Did you just say the difference between you and me is I make dark side look good?
Basically, in a low key way. In a low key way, I kind of did. In a low key way, I guess I did.
Josma was just like trying to
I thought you were
like
a
not
friend.
get involved.
You said all
A
this
friend?
stuff.
A friend?
You're saying
A friend? A friend? I would have given everything to save all of you miserable fools. I would have given my soul to save your master.
For this, by the way.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I don't want you to leave. Admit that your life was better with us.
Then take us.
I'm gonna finish this mission.
Then finish it. Take us back to the castle so we can finish it here. Figure out where every single monstrous Drexel on this bloody rock is. Make sure they're not going to destroy the fucking planet or overrun them. And I have to finish up to see where we go with Callus from here on. Then we can return to the planet and deal with whatever we have to deal with down there. So we can go finish our job. And hopefully save what was left of Coruscant.
So you're gonna get on
before
the ship?
droids overrun it.
Are you gonna get on
I
the
never
ship?
left the ship. I just left the room because I'm getting sick of I left the room because I'm getting sick of listening to you. That's all this is. Now instead of fighting with me, fly us back to the castle so we can finish the mission.
I said coordinates back to the castle. And I take off.
Perfect.
Back to the Dark Castle.
Damn.
Okay. And wouldn't you know, I deleted the map of the castle to make room for the one-shot stuff. Whoops.
It's okay.
And is the rest of the flight silent, or?
Josma would kind of like sits in the seat next to Sar and is like, before we leave the planet, we should probably go down to the city of Isis just to make sure that my dad's not there. You know, just in case if the supplies and whatnot got there safely.
You did get the message
Don't worry.
previously that he is there with the supplies.
Don't worry. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, but with this war going on, and then he kind of like looks back towards the area that we put Master Crow and whatnot, and then he's like, you know, I just worry about him.
And I'm sure everyone does. Do you think it was okay for Drakenstar to yell at everyone like that?
Josma just like kind of like sits back and is like, I mean, I can understand where he's coming from to an extent, though I'm not saying that what he did was right. Anger is a basic emotion that everybody deals with in their own ways, so was his way the right way? Not necessarily, but at the same time, should I fault him for it? No.
No, you shouldn't.
I would react the same way if either you or him died.
When I said friends, he made it seem like we weren't even friends. Like, he didn't even care.
Jasper just like kind of like places a hand on your shoulder and is like, "Don't worry. I'm sure once things get calmed down, everything will go somewhat back to normal. Trust in the Force." And he like tries to give Sar like a sympathetic smile and whatnot to like reassure him that everything's gonna be okay somehow.
Yeah, everything will be okay.
As you approach the location of the castle, you see black smoke billowing up from the towers of the castle.
I kind of like make a motion to Silas, and it's like, Silas, do you see smoke rising from the
Well,
towers of the
Silas
castle?
doesn't see anything because Silas has been dead for a minute.
Oh, whoops! I meant sorry. Whoops.
Yeah, I do. Something
I, like-
happened.
Yeah. Yeah. You get us to the ship. I will deal with Drakenstar.
Drakenstar, do you see this?
I'd like to roll an investigation to see if I can observe if it's the smoke is like from a like what it exactly is coming from, like if it was fired upon, if something has been unleashed. I'd like to roll investigation.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I probably would have just turned and then saw him like standing in the room, so I'd be like, oh, that makes my job easier.
Unnatural 20. Unnatural.
So it doesn't appear. You don't see any like blast marks from the outside or anything. It looks like the smoke is pouring out from the inside with no outside structural damage.
Something's happened on the inside. We need.
And it just appears to. And does it just appear to be black smoke, or like is it something more of a like smoke, like something's being like typical black smoke, or does this seem to be something less?
It looks like a fire. Like there's you might with a 20 you might see flames licking at the door of one of the entrances coming from the inside, and you see one of the beast knights crawling across the ground away from the burning palace.
There's a beast knight on the ground. There's a beast knight on the ground crawling. Flames are coming from the inside.
I want to like land at like is there like a spot I can land the ship at the front of the palace?
Yeah, you find a safe place to land that's far enough away that the ship isn't in immediate danger, but close enough that it's not a long walk.
Alright, I want to run up to where the beast knight was crawling.
I will accompany.
He's crawling across the ground. You see his face is badly burnt. All of his hair is burnt off, and his flesh is badly burned. He has 3rd-degree burns on his face.
I say, what happened? What's happened?
The queen is dead.
Yeah, yes, the queen is dead.
He's barely responding. He's barely able to get out a word.
Where's Callus?
As he spits up some blood. He said gone.
He's gone. Josmo like immediately like puts like a hand on his like chest and is like, where did he go?
Hope.
You get help?
He said to hell, I hope.
Ah. What? Jocelyn just kind of looks between the guy, Sar, and Drakensar, and is like, what do you want me to do, sir?
I walk
Rule
I walked
17,
past the.
be
I walked
cautious.
over. I grab the Beast Knight. I get close to the Beast Knight, and I say one thing. I look him dead in his eye, and I ask him, "Where are the Drexel?"
He looks over at Clawfong. He gets a confused look on his face. Do you mean there's Drexel just there?
I look at him a little more serious. Your queen was going to unleash every single one on this moon upon the planet.
Doesn't
Where
know
are they
this.
kept on this
You
moon?
see a bloody smile. She'll unleash nothing now, and Onderon shall have peace.
So what you're saying is that you killed them?
You were there. You left. You sent Gerald to speak with Callus. He found them. The weaklings in the medical pain. Queen. Nearly dead. You see, Gerald had been planning to lead us against her before she could unleash the Drexel. He saw her there waiting for the kill. And he took his opportunity. And then Callus. And he gestures up to the burning palace.
Damn.
Josmo is trying to put two and two together, and is like, so what you're telling me is that you guys killed the Drexel, then you went to take out Callus?
So from what happened is that they came back. You guys intercepted them. Crow managed to talk them into letting you slip away by telling them that they could go ask any questions they had to Callus in the other room where he was taking care of Dahlia. They were planning on betraying the queen before she was able to execute her plan. They had their own scheme separate from Callus and his schemes, and if you had tried to talk to them about it, they might have helped you. However, since you just sent them to talk to Callus, they went in there and found Dahlia in a critical state, and not fully understanding that she was a separate entity from the spirit that was the one in control. He took the opportunity and took his force pike and stabbed it straight into the back to Bath.
Holy shit.
And then Callus proceeded to burn the place down and kill them all.
Including himself?
No, he fled.
His ship is gone.
Oh, good God. What have we done? What have I done?
Josmo just
Silas
looks
sitting
at-
up in the living force going, God damn it.
Josmo just kind of looks at the burning wreck and is like, I guess there's not more that we can do here at this castle since it's on fire. So he looks down at the beast rider and is like, can you tell me where the beasts are?
That is useless. Sar pulls out his vibro dagger and he puts it to his throat. He asked you a question. Now answer him.
You want to make an intimidate check for me?
Oh yeah.
Charisma.
Oh yeah.
Is it a straight roll? Oof.
3.
He looks up at you from where where you have the knife pressed into his neck, and he leans into it,
Damn.
stabbing it into his own throat. And then pulls back and bleeds out on the ground.
Josmo, at this point, is thinking like how a commander would think, and he's like, Drakenstar, I know this is gonna sound weird, but I need you to search the perimeter for any signs of the beasts.
Probably not around here. Probably at some secret location. And I don't feel like wasting all my fuel flying around this whole planet. Find some Drexels. They don't have no leader. Think Callus wanted. I don't think he wanted to hurt those people. He just wanted to save his wife. Think
Josmo
that I want
Josmo
to
just-
waste all of that fuel to find some Drexels that we probably aren't even gonna find.
We lost Drake again.
and he's back.
It's going in and out.
Josmo thinks for a minute, and then he's like, you probably have a point there.
We barely have enough fuel to get us home.
Hear me now?
Yeah,
But we
landed.
also need to go down.
You guys hear me now?
Yes.
I've been literally trying to talk for I've been trying to say something for 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. Finally.
Sorry.
Sorry, bud.
No, it's all right. My fucking shit just keeps. I don't know why it keeps doing this on my Discord on my laptop. Anyway, I finally speak up. Observing the whole situation, I finally say something. I say something to Sar's comment about he wouldn't never wanted to hurt those people. I was like, that was before the Beast Knights killed his woman because she did die from them, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Brutally.
That was before. That was before. Revenge is some. Yeah. We just gave him everything he needed. The man had knowledge greater than most of your order could ever even hope to think. His woman was just murdered by the same people we've been trying to save on this planet. And you want to leave without knowing where the Drexel are? If he gets a hold of even one of them, if their size is compared to what, you still forget. We might not have to worry about the Queen controlling the Drexel anymore, but if he can unleash them upon the world, that could still do a lot of damage on top of whatever plan he has now. And at that moment, I stopped talking to both of you, and I want to see if I want to try something else. The same thing I tried to do with Silas, communicating with his mind. I want to try and reach out to. I want to at least attempt to reach out to Callus right now.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting.
Make a casting save. Or not a save, just a check.
All right,
Either.
rolling right now.
So just do the roll plus proficiency plus either your wisdom or charisma modifier.
$11.
No. You cry out and feel nothing.
Rule 99. Whenever given a difficult choice, the best opinion helps the most people.
Option.
Best option.
Best option.
We have to get back to Onderon. We have to let them know what's happened. We have to let them know that there still could be a risk of Drexel coming. Best case scenario, they're about to have a whole bunch of larger beasts become native to their planet, making the Beast Rider tribe potentially stronger than they'll ever be in history. Worst case scenario, we could have a madman unleash his rage from his loved one's death upon a whole planet of the same riders who just butchered her in this castle as we left them alone.
Not to mention
Every
the fact that
decision we've made.
Sorry. Continue.
Yes.
Sir.
Every decision we've... I look over to you almost glaringly for a second. Every decision we've made, no matter what choice these last few years, the better, even no matter what good, no matter what sacrifice, as I looked over to the ship where Crow is dead, something has kept happening to affect everything else worse. This is what I believe Crow finally saw at the end of his life. Sith, Jedi, you're all children of the Force. The problem is ideologies, culture. It doesn't matter what's right, what's wrong, when at the end of the day, whatever choices you make, there's always going to be a counter opposite to equal it. And he saw that right at the end as he held his last breath.
Damn, you just gave
This
me like
could be
full body
this
chills,
could be
dude.
Onderon.
Nice. Nice. Very nice. Jostmo just kind of like...
Sorry, we need to get that.
Yeah. He's like looking between the two of you and he's like, we have to go back to Onderon anyways. My dad's down there
You guys
with the
better
supplies.
hope, you guys better hope that I have enough fuel to get home.
Well, let's get in there and see what we can do.
Isn't there a fuel port here? I was about to say fuel shouldn't be a problem if there's a port for the riders to we took down the Queen to be able to come to and from the moon, plus other ships, any other ships that are probably still in tow here. But that's neither here nor there.
Fuel to get back to Onderon is not a problem. If you were gonna try and take your ship on a hyperspace journey, you might have issues. But if you're just getting back to Onderon, it's not gonna be a problem.
Okay.
That's it.
If there should be fuel on Onderon, then I can refuel there and we have enough to get back to Coruscant.
Indeed.
So, we go back to Onderon.
Back to Isis then?
Yes.
Yep.
Any further conversation on the way, or we skip to docking procedures?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have to.
Jostmo's probably just meditating.
As you approach the city of Isis and send a hail to the spaceport. unidentified Republic vessel. Identify your purpose.
This is Captain Josmo Moden of the Grand Army of the Republic. We were sent on a mission to find and destroy a dark presence, and we seek to land because we have word that some of our allies here have brought aid to the people.
With this symbol of
Captain Moden, we've been anticipating your return. Proceed to docking bay 3.
Thank you. Soldier out.
I land us at Docking Bay 3. Took over my comms.
Sorry.
Hijacked that ship. Whose ship is this?
It's mine.
Sorry.
And
I'm sorry. Josmo's just been a little jumpy because like he's been needing to see his dad and whatnot since getting that notification.
go see your dad. I need to see if I can get back in contact with Miss Windu and apologize for Drakenstar.
Right. And like before he goes, he
I'm
like
not saying I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing for anything.
Before Josmo goes, he like just places a gentle hand on your shoulder, Sar, and is like, if you need anything, let me know. I'm here for you. May the force be with you, my friend.
May the force be with you.
As you exit the... Sorry, go ahead, Drake.
Nothing. I'm just was going to add on to the fact that where he goes to answer, to tell Windu, and he goes to see his dad. I'm going to go find Garrick and his tribe, maybe even potential, and Saul Guerrera. That's who I'm looking for.
He's going
So it's
to
kind of like
as it so happens, as you Josmo and Drake, as you go to exit the ship, you find a couple people waiting for you who've come to greet you at the hangar. As you are greeted by Saw Gerrera and Josmo. For the first time in years, you see your father.
Yay!
Who will be played by James.
Okay. Heck yeah.
Ha.
So, Josmo just like kind of like immediately like rushes forward and like just embraces his dad in a hug, and he's like, "Hey, Dad. How is Coruscant?"
It's not looking good, son. It's not looking good. Jazzy, you know
Yeah,
I've been waiting here for you. We took care of everything here on Onderon. Got medical equipment where we could. Rumors are abound that you went to the moon to take care of some dark presence. Is this true?
Yes, Dad. It's true. We managed to defeat it, but we lost a good man. Master Krill.
These must be your friends.
Yes, these are my friends.
Hello, I'm Jason Moden. Nice to meet you all. And I go out and shake each of your guys' hands.
Might still be some blood on Drakenstar sands. I don't think you guys washed up very well.
Yeah,
No.
Dad, I don't think you want to
No.
touch his hands. They've been very bloody. Not very sanitary.
He's just carrying a corpse.
Yeah, you see me like reach down and I have some hand sanitizer in my pocket, just. Jozzy, may I have a moment, a word with you, please? And I will
course,
just
Dad.
take a couple steps over to the side. You know, back on Coruscant, The alarms went off. Your mother went off to go defend where she could. I was summoned to the Bothawin's spy network, and when I went to reach for the mantelpiece to get one of my prized possessions, my lightsaber was missing. And now I see it at your belt. You weren't gonna ask me or say anything?
Yeah, sorry about that, Dad. And he kind of like just unattached it from his belt and like he gives it back to you.
I'll grab it, and I look at it. I got this from your granddad. We've always been interacted with the Bothans and their spy network, and they come across some really crazy items sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to keep it. But you could have asked. When I went to go arm myself, nothing was there.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dad. But you've always known how I am. I don't think, I just do.
And it's kept you alive.
Sarah actually walks out of the ship.
We're having like a side conversation, but hopefully your friends took care of you, or you took care of them, whatever. I'm just glad to see you alive.
Thanks, Dad. Is Mom okay?
Last I heard from her, she was defending the city of Coruscant, and you know how she can take care of herself.
She's a badass.
You didn't get all your skills from me.
Yeah, that's for sure. He kind of like says it like in a playful manner.
I'm sure she's fine.
Oh.
Introduce me to your friends. I would like to hear more about what just happened.
Josmo just like kind of turns around and is like, well, the big, tall, brooding one over there is Drakenstar, and the one that's reading the journal is Sar.
He looks up and he nods his head.
Pleasure to meet all of you. In the politician with the Bothan spy network on Coruscant. I've heard a little bit about you, and I would like to formally thank each and every one of you for keeping my son Jazzy alive.
Josmo just like kind of blushes and is like, Dad, you promise not to call me that.
Your son is a great warrior. He survived many fights, and despite a lot of his quirks in nature, he's proven a very skilled sniper and a good warrior. He's had quite an adventure, and stories will be told of his legend long after he and your son's sons have tasted the final stars. We lost a good man. Your son has proven himself to be, at least in terms of character, near his tier. It's a pleasure to meet you. Your son loves you, and your help and aid to these people has proven beneficial to this whole planet and the loss they've experienced. Excuse me, I have to confirm a few other things. As I'm heading to have a conversation with Saul Guerrera.
Let's give Jake the spotlight for a moment. What happened up there?
We won.
Where's Master Crow?
We made an ally.
Master Crow?
He died facing the Queen.
I see. And he died saving the people of Onderon.
He died
saving the people of Onderon.
If it wasn't for what he done before his death, this whole world would have died. The invasion of Drexel was nothing compared to what she was planning to do next, unleashing an ancient beast which would have devoured this world. He stopped it. He held her off in a force of will, at least long enough for us to take her down. He died a hero.
And Onderon shall honor his memory.
The best.
Onderon.
It would appear we couldn't find the Drexel upon the moon. We were running out of time, and due to a few of the allies of the Queen, who could have been potential allies of this world, it would appear that there is still a possibility that when the gravitational pull comes to the moon, the riders of this planet may gain more beasts to train the generations to come. The fear of the Queen possessing the creatures' minds no longer exists. But a potential one of the knights, a former who was ally but possibly is now back to being an enemy, may come to this world, for some of the up there slaughtered his love when they thought she was still under the control of the Queen. And in doing so, they may have unleashed somebody who could pose a threat. Nevertheless, the Queen's ability to control the Drexel no longer exists. The potential of them coming to this world, Beast Riders for generations may only get stronger. So an alliance between them and the people of Isis needs to be greater than ever. What of Garrick and the rest of his tribe? What news do you have of them?
Garrick has been spending his time as attempting to unite the clans to your purpose, to the defense of Onderon. We will be ready for whatever comes, thanks to you.
Good, because now you'll all need to be stronger than ever, and for what comes next, you might have that will only come into fruition.
Thanks to the efforts of yourself and Garrick, Isis and the Beast Riders will stand in solidarity against any threat. You have taken out the most serious threat to our planet. We cannot thank you enough.
We could, because it was the right thing to do. Was our mission to stop the droids, and then it became to save your world. Crow died, saving the planet and every life here.
His name shall be remembered in the
I'd like to
histories
see
of Onderon for centuries.
Before we leave this world, I'd like to speak with Garrick and the other riders.
Of course. I'm sure he would like to see you again.
Yeah. How fares the king? Has he taken back to staying in his palace since our mission?
Quite well, and yes, the palace has been. The palace is still under repair, but the king has once again taken back his residence there.
And what of the usurper? What happened to him?
Well, we are uncertain. He was shipped off to Coruscant for judgment before the Senate. With the situation there, who knows?
I'm sure we'll be dealing with that soon enough anyway, or at the very least, appealing to it.
All right.
Has there been any
Sorry, did you have
memorials
anything you wanted to say?
for?
What?
Did you have anything you wanted to input? You've been pretty quiet.
No, I'm trying to come over.
Okay. Drake, you were saying?
I think back to the bear that Silas gave Sar. Is there a memorial for the lives lost during the war with the droids? When the city collapsed? When we first...
At the ruins of the administrative building of the spaceport, which was destroyed in the invasion. A great memorial has been erected. Would you care to see it?
I call out. Yeah. The boy, Silas's ward, has something that needs to be taken there. And I think Silas would appreciate that as one last gesture for the sacrifice he has done.
Sir, what you say?
Jedi always get cremated. Always. They don't have burials. They get cremated. Every Jedi.
That's a decision I'll leave up to you guys. Do you want to hold on to Crow's body here until you get back to Coruscant? Or do you want to do the ceremony here?
Dude, Chub's crying. Let him have a moment.
Every single Jedi I've ever has been turned to ash. Every single one of my friends. And my own master. They've all been turned to ash. It's not right. They need what they want. He didn't want to be buried. He didn't want to be buried. He wanted to be buried. The tree growing over his grave. So he gets buried here with the tree planted over his grave.
Damn, Trav.
Wow.
Just for some
If that
context, that's like what I say in real life.
I thought that might be.
Yeah, I had a feeling as well.
Damn, dude, that just got me.
You got me tearing up over here, Trevor. If that was his wish, it shall be so. From Saw. Would you care to see the memorial?
Very much.
he leads you out of the spaceport. There is over by the rubble of the administrative building, the one you snuck into and reprogrammed the defense systems. The rubble of that building stands in front of it a large gathering of personal items, that pictures, hollows of individuals that were lost in the attacks, and at the center a large hollow that is projecting the image of the people that lost their lives defending the city. Flicking through the list, you see some of the names scroll past and recognize them. You see former Knights Captain Dale Crass, who valiantly sacrificed his life in the defense of the city, trying to make up for what he saw as his failure to resist the Queen's influence in the assassination attempt of the king. You see Ivan Sidorak, the administrator who you so influenced to let you access his computer. It turns out that the authorities found that the tampering with the defenses came from his office, and since you logged in from his terminal, they've credited him with disabling the defenses and enabling the Republic forces to come in for the rescue. But he did unfortunately die in the siege. As you see many other faces flash past, some of the people that were on Saw's team when they were just the rebels trying to fight against the oppressive regime of Rash. And you see, as Saw inputs something on a data pad he's holding, as the image of Master Crow is added to the rotation of the lost.
He's smiling, by the way.
What?
In the picture, Silas is smiling.
Oh, God.
Are you trying to say something, Jake? I'm seeing your light up, but I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, after a moment of silence, you just see tears run down Drakenstar's face. As I fall to one knee, put my fist to the ground, and I'll be like, may you finally find the peace and rest in the force that you always have, and may the knowledge of the entire universe be at your whim, my dear friend. As at that moment, I ignite the purple lightsaber in the air, and I hold it up. I hold it straight up, and I'm like, to the lives lost, to the city of Isis.
There's other people that were here, and they're getting pretty freaked out that you guys are whipping out lightsabers. But
I'm just doing this as a memorial, holding it up.
Many people around you back up and are like recoiling, and then as they realize what you're doing, begin to cheer along with you.
I also take out my lightsaber and I ignite it.
Y'all,
Good.
this whole session is killing me.
So good.
I know, right?
Beautiful. Wish we had a picture of that. Shall we head into the jungle to meet with the Beast Riders and bury Silas?
Yes.
It is as he wanted, so we have to honor his wish.
Do you have a place in mind?
Yeah, I do. And I walk out. It's like this opening in the forest. And I point right to the middle. And I say right there.
It's an interesting place that you chose, sir.
You find a clearing in the forest. They bring in a crew of droids to dig a grave, which is ridiculously efficient, and they managed to dig the grave in like 10 minutes. And people start to arrive at this site as you've waited for the people to gather, and you see that Saw is here. You see the farmer Garavik who helped you into the city walls. You see, surrounded by guards in fresh new Royal Guard uniforms, the king himself has come to pay his respects.
As I see the king...
Garrick and the other leaders of the Beast Riders are here. As you see an impressive array of barbarian folk with their various beast companions of all shapes and sizes come to gather in a circle in this clearing in the jungle to pay respects to the man who laid down his life to save their world.
As I see the king, I immediately take a bow out of respect for the king. And I say, Your Majesty.
Stand, Josmo.
I stand.
Your efforts have saved my world twice over. I can never repay you. Any of you. But know that if you are ever in need, Onderon will have a place for you.
Josmo, salutes the king and is like, Of course, Your Majesty.
See, waves you away. Stop with the salutes. He reaches out his hand
I kind of like look down at his hand and then I like, oh, he's wanting me to shake. Okay.
Anybody?
Like, I think Jason would like walk up and console his son, and he wouldn't say anything, just a strong arm on your shoulder, and he would, smile at you with watery eyes. Jazzy.
Use any excuse to say that.
He doesn't call him Josmo, it's just Jazzy.
Josmo like feels the touch of his father's hand, and he basically just turns around and just at that moment he just starts wailing.
I'll
Like a-
hold you. I'll give you a hug, embrace you.
Oh. God, now you're gonna make me cry.
It's okay, Jazzy.
Alright.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
I walk up to the front of where everyone is.
You're surrounded by faces new and old that have come to show their respects.
And I say, he was the best master anyone could have ever asked for. The best friend someone could have had. Everything you could have wanted was in him. We had to lose that. Rule 23, death hurts, but you'll get over it. This is one of the hardest ones that anyone's gonna go through. And we'll get over it.
He would have wanted you to.
He would have wanted all of us to. And as they start burying him, I force pull a seed from a tree and I plant it right there using the force.
Beautiful.
And I vow, as I vow, I say, may the force always be with you.
Damn.
Very nice.
Jake, do you have anything to say? Did we lose you again? I think we did.
Yeah.
Guys, this session is killing me.
Dude,
My heart is being ripped apart.
I've got some sad ass music going too, like, oh, so good.
Jake, are we back?
Back. Let me scroll down. Yep, I see it.
Still there?
There we go. Would you like to say your piece, Jake?
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you.
After everybody said their piece, surrounded by all these allies, friends of old and new, I take a deep breath. Silas Crow was the best of Jedi. He is what anybody who has a connection to the Force would inspire to be. A warrior, proud, strong, but would give his life for any of his closest allies. He gave his life for us. He gave his life for this world. He always made knowledge his biggest and best quality, but always kept what it truly means to follow the code of the Jedi. Even in his last breath,
He loved his... I look over at Sar, just with this look of just almost apology for everything, just even if it's just brief. He loved his Padawan and was proud of him to him being knighted. And long after you taste the trial of being master, he'll love, his spirit will continue to love you all the more. He loved his friend Josmo, who he met years ago when this all happened and began. He always questioned his birth. He never forgot who he was or where he came from, but always stuck to the code of the Jedi Order. He was what any and all Jedi Masters would inspire to be, from his tenure to his last breath. And if there is a peace for those who die after the Force, he met those qualifications long before his final breath. He was my closest and most dearest friend, and he will be missed long after any on this world have tasted dirt. For all the lives he saved, everything he chose to be and aspired others to be, he will not be forgotten, and he will forever live in our hearts. May the Force be with you, Silas Crow, and may you finally find the knowledge of everything to be and ever was. And at that moment, I scream a tune of just pure, "To Silas!"
As the crowd reverberates around you. To Silas! To Silas! Silas!
It's my turn. So, Josmo, like, after getting done letting out his emotions and whatnot, kind of like steps forward and is like, Silas Crow was and forever will be the very first person that noticed my potential with the ways of the Force and whatnot. And had I been raised in the Jedi Temple as a youngling and whatnot, I probably would have been the Padawan, but that's besides the point. The point is that the man was a genius. A crazy and reckless one at times, mind you. But he was still a genius. And then, like, you see Josmo start to, like, get a little emotional, so he's like, I will miss that man for the rest of my days. And there's so many things that I wish I could have learned from him. And then, like, he just starts breaking down again. So he just, like, kind of walks back to his dad.
Who accepts you with open arms.
And then, like, he just, like, kind of screams, like, into your chest, "It's not fair. Why did it have to be him?"
Just rub your back.
The king steps up. Master Silas Crow is the only reason that I stand here today. He's saved me from death. I still cannot believe it myself sometimes, but it seems though he could save others from death, he could not save himself.
Oh.
Shadowing.
But his memory shall never die. For we of Onderon shall remember his sacrifice forever. In the hollows of our history. And as he leans down and touches the dirt where you planted the tree, and even the jungles of this world shall remember. Silas Crow.
Fuck.
This is Sar.
Are you enjoying your funeral, James?
Dude, it's so good.
Sar walks up. He takes off his tech bracelet. He sets it right on top of one of the dirt. In memory of Silas Crow. I leave. What's giving me my most, not even my most power. He was my most power. He's the one who taught me everything. I think I should bring forward the force. And I said it there.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Josmo, after getting his composure and whatnot, we'll turn to you, Sar, and we'll be like, you know, my offer to teach you what I know of the Force is still on the table, as I made a promise to your master to look after you. Though you may be a Jedi Knight,
I think I'm ready to train my own Padawan. Learn more.
I understand. He just like kind of gives you like a small smile, and then like kind of opens his arms to like give you a hug. And then he turns to Dragon Star and is like, "Come on, big guy, get in here."
I tell Popcorn
I give a light one.
Here.
A light one.
Fair
It's like
enough.
a light one. Both of you in each arm. A light one.
Fair enough.
And then I say,
You're all embraced together. Clawfong comes and tackles you to the ground.
Oh god.
that sounds about right. That sounds exactly right. Look,
Starts
beast.
licking you.
Bloody beast.
Johnson was like,
It's hot, it's hot, it's hot.
"Yeah,
Too much too much saliva. Too much
yeah." Clock on, did you like?
And luckily, you're wearing the Orbalisk armor. That would be some painful loves.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What do you say,
Josmo
Liz?
kind of like. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, Josmo kind of like slowly gets up off the ground and is like, "Your Majesty, is there anything that you need us still here to do?"
You have given us enough. I understand that the threat may not be completely eliminated, from what Saw has told me. But you have given us a fighting chance. Onderon will stand strong. We have stood against the convergence before, but
And you
as
will do
long
it
as,
again.
and we shall stand for thousands more years yet.
Jocelyn just like kind of like walks forward and like unceremoniously just like embraces the king in a hug.
He's shocked for a second. He's like, oh. Hugs you back.
Josmo
after he-
grabbed Sar and I'm all. It's been a while since I've seen my own skin. I'm ready to get these things off of me.
Whoa.
Yes. I would like to get this off of me.
Well, in order to do that, the one person who got us into this is gone, so we must go to Coruscant and try and deal with this there. I think that would be our best bet at this point.
I asked the king.
Any other way would result.
Are there any Bacta tanks in the castle that you're willing to let us use?
Not in the castle, but if you are in need of medical attention, we have a medical facility in the city, of course.
Does it have a Bacta tank? Bacta water?
Of course, the hospital in Isis has the latest technology from all over the galaxy.
We should probably head there first to get these off. And then from there, we have to book it back to Coruscant.
If only it was that easy.
I'll go through it first.
Yeah.
You said it, Dad.
You want to do this?
Yes.
It's going to be dangerous. You could die.
If I die, then I meet Silas.
Or we try and deal with this on Coruscant and just put up with the armor a little longer.
No. I want it off now.
Well, good thing you have an inspiration.
Josmo kind of like thinks for a minute and is like, you know what, on second thought, I personally can endure this just a little bit longer until we get to Coruscant. And then he like kind of turns to his dad and is like, yeah, sorry I'm kind of covered in bugs, Dad.
I wasn't gonna ask, son.
These kids with their newfangled styles wearing giant crustaceans as clothing.
My dad!
You guys don't have to go through it. Just tell me to get mine off.
They are going to have to help you, though, because if you want to get it off, they're going to have to blast you with lightning, sir.
Yeah. Josmo just kind of like mumbles to himself using Bathui, like the language, like fucking lightning. It's always fucking lightning.
Always.
Is that your decision? You want to get the armor off?
I'm personally waiting until we get to Coruscant to get mine off.
Here we go. Will you assist him? Will you shock him if he demands that you do it to free him of this cursed armor?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I look at the boy, I was like, you will, if this goes wrong, you will die.
Just... Joss
Alright.
like kind of like puts his hand out and is like, just tell me when you're ready.
So let's move it. We'll move it. We'll try and do this the safest way possible. As they take you to the hospital and set you up in a secure room with nothing flammable.
Yeah.
Just you three and a back to tank.
Alrighty.
You're coming to watch?
Yeah.
Alright.
As we're on our way there, I say, Rule 27, don't be afraid of death.
Cosmo kind of like looks to you and is like, you really are your master's student.
I'm so fucking proud of you, Sar.
As Josmo and Drake direct their lightning at the orbalisks covering your flesh, the pain you endure with each shock is more than you've ever felt, as that your hit points are slowly reduced to 0. You may begin your saving throws when you're ready.
Come on, Sar.
As they systematically fry the orbalisks and peel their corpses from your body, revealing the scars underneath from where they've burrowed into your flesh to connect to you. The initial pain of the lightning amplified by the burning in your veins from the poison of the orbalisks.
You don't add anything, it's just a dice roll.
It's just a dice roll. If it's a 10 or less, it's a fail. Or if it's a 10 or more, it's a success. If it's anything less, it's a fail.
I meet it. I rolled a 10.
Alright, roll again. As they slow move over your body, peeling away the corpses of the orbalisks.
I got a 15.
Here's 2.
Come on, Sar.
As they place, removing the last of the orbalisks, they place you in the back to tank. Make that roll.
10.
Yes.
Sar stabilizes as the Bacta begins to heal his destroyed flesh. The scarring will never go away, but you have survived the Orbalisk ordeal.
Josh,
Damn.
Josmo kind of like seeing that is like, Crow, I swear to God, if I die, I'm gonna haunt you in the afterlife of the Force. And then he turns to Drakensar and he's like, can you shock me?
Oh shit, you're gonna do it, Josmo?
Yeah.
Josy. This
Yes.
could mean your life or death. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Josmo kind of like looks to his dad and is like, Dad, I've been wearing insects for way too long. It's kind of gross. Not gonna lie. And he's like, besides, I had to help Sar here get the orbalisks off. Now it's my time to get them off. If I die, then I die as a hero.
In that case, go ahead.
Remember,
Sorry, you're unconscious.
Sar's unconscious. In that case, you see Jason grab under his clothes, and I pull off a necklace. And it's a necklace that you would recognize as your mother's, and I drape it over your neck.
Damn.
Thank you, Dad. God, you're gonna make me cry, Dad.
I love you, son.
I love you too, Dad. Alright, do it. I can't watch it. Oh, God.
Drake? You there? I think we lost your audio again.
Damn it!
That... Why? Audio. Yeah.
Like 5 minutes.
That's what's up.
Jack and Sorry, can you hear us?
Sar's new goal is to fill out this whole book.
Nice.
You kill me, Trev. Death
So good.
sucks, but
Yeah.
deal with it. Get over it. Good
Yeah,
lord.
dude. Savage.
That is-
He
Here?
meant it sentimentally.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you. I can hear you again, Jake.
Yeah, I don't know. It
It's okay.
just
Jake,
keeps dropping
just
my
keep going.
audio. It's
okay.
stupid.
It's okay. Just keep going.
Do you
Alright,
agree
so
to help
do I need-
Josmo?
All right. If that's what he wants.
Yeah,
This is
that's
gonna
what I want,
hurt.
Please, just. I know.
As we repeat the procedure, the worst pain you've ever experienced, slowly peeling off the dying
Josmo.
obelisks. Start rolling them up. One fail.
Oh
Josmo's
gosh.
like screaming like a small child. Oh God! Oh,
Oh
you have
no,
to jinx
Jossie.
me. Oh no! Ah.
One down. Two fail.
Wait,
You can't inspire. Death says.
what? Can't?
Nope.
Here it goes, nothing. Oh,
One
Okay.
success.
okay.
You're on death's door.
Ah!
No.
Josmo succumbs to the Orbalisk poison.
Damn it! Fuck!
It's your flesh charred and rotten from the Orbalisk poison, from the lightning racking your body. As you look up into the eyes of your father,
Ozzy. Jossie, hang in there.
Sorry.
Drake, stop! Stop! Enough! Jossie. No! That's my boy! That's my son!
AJ,
As I just bend over and
AJ.
start crying.
Jake.
I want to try something real quick. Obviously, inspirations don't work on death saving throws. I want to try one more time to get a hold of Callus. If there's any to communicate, if there's any way to counteract the Orbalisk poison, I want to try and communicate with him one last time.
You can try.
Yeah. Okay.
Jossie!
And if it's gonna happen regardless. Because I will just 1 second. Let me roll. I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
What are you rolling?
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. I'm using my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure I can something. Fuck! I'm just screaming at the top of my
I'll give you my
in my head, be like, Callus! Alright. I need a good roll. Come on, man.
Don't waste it. Hey, Josh, fall asleep.
No, he's just dead.
Oh, he died. He's role playing.
I can't do it. Yeah. All three of my rolls were too low. It was like 7, 5, and 5, 7, and 9. I'm just trying to get a hold of Callus and try and contact him any way I could. Be like,
You just feel like you're
Something to
crying
counteract
out
this
into
poison.
the
No.
void. In your desperation, you listen, hoping for something, anything, to give you an answer. Nothing. God damn.
I was not
Yeah.
expecting.
I wasn't expecting you to go for it, but I wasn't expecting any of you to go for it. But, man.
God.
Speechless.
I'm
think-
speechless.
I think we have to leave it there with Drakenstar crying out into the void.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I just
We were-
murdered you, Josh.
That's fine. It's fine.
What, AJ?
Wow. We set up James to be Josh's dad, and then Josh dies immediately.
Yeah.
I might have just started a war with Josh's family. I'm fully accepting of that right now.
No, he doesn't blame you.
Yeah.
He was right there.
I
I mean,
think he might.
he sat there and saw, like, he talked to Josma and was like, no, you can't do this, and he 1000% would understand that was Josma's decision to
Yeah.
take the risk rather than live like that.
Holy shit. What a dude. Wow.
I'm just
Oh
telling
my
you this now.
God. What a heavy session.
Dude, I
That might be
cried.
the heaviest session of D&D I've ever played.
Dude, I cried. I legit cried.
I was getting teared
I'm
up.
gonna be crying. I think I'm gonna be crying by the end of the night again. Oh.
So,
Wow.
yeah. Just buried one friend and I just murdered another. Drakenstar is not going to recover well from this. I'm just telling you all this right now.
Yeah, dude.
How do you?
And you guys just hear Jason.
God
He's like,
damn.
my son! My boy!
Mom's gonna be pissed.
Hey, do you want to be
Yeah,
your
that's
mom?
saying
There we
that.
go. We can roll you up a new character. You can be your mom.
Oh my god.
Right?
If you want me to, okay.
That's up
I
to
have no
you.
problems about that.
We can
Yeah,
make
that's
you
fine.
whatever. We can make you whatever character you'd like for the finale, because folks, we're just about done here.
Damn.
We are at this point, I would say, depending on you guys, 1 to 2 sessions away from the final conclusion of Clone Wars Adventures.
That sounds about right.
Damn.
Yeah.
We're done on Onderon. Except
Yeah.
for, I guess, go dig up Silas's grave and toss Josmo on and
Oh shit! I
Oh,
forgot. Joshua had a freaking like husband on Coruscant. God, my cousin.
oh lord, that's probably your motivation. You're like, he's never gonna touch me again if I'm covered in bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. Wow.
You didn't even
God.
call him first.
Rude.
I was in the middle of something.
In the middle of committing suicide.
I wasn't intending on it. This kind of
Alright,
happens.
Well, I guess hit me up later. We can get working on a new character for the finale.
Holy shit. What
Okay.
a session, guys.
That was a session for sure.
That was redonkulous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a great session, guys.
I was gonna. Whew.
Indeed.
What were you about to say, AJ?
I was gonna give you you guys inspiration too to hold on to for your dramatic father-son role-playing moments there.
Fuck! Shit!
Uh,
Damn it.
but you can't use it on a death save anyway. But
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say still, Josh, the player, you hold on to an inspiration for you can use with your next character,
Well, thank you.
and James as well. Mark down that you have one. I'll try and remember that you do,
Sweet.
but remind me if I forget.
God, I wasn't expecting 2 characters to die.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you guys to go for the Orbalisk removal at all. To be completely honest, I thought that you would take your chances with the Orbalisk saving throws, but
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
man,
Damn.
Sar almost dies to get the armor off. Josmo barely
Nice.
didn't make it. It's a serious poison.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have now tripled the number of people that in the galactic history that have survived the Orbalisk poison. So
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Damn. Alrighty, guys. Well, peace out.
all right, have